So we're probably going to have to go through these fairly slowly because of the almost 300 cards that are in this set, only like 70 something of them were spoiled. Like less than 80 were actually spoiled. So most of the cards we still don't know. But I think most of the legendaries got spoiled. Alright, Silverwing Rallier, 9 power flying, 5/4 flying bond, and play a 2/2 soldier. Then an Oni Cave Diver, +2 while you have a relic, pay 2 to scout. Interesting. Snow Fort, nice Jotun Punter. Cryptic Etchings, once per turn you may pay 2 to scout. Oh, this is the Affliction. This is for Zelia. I didn't know Affliction was actually a card, though. Interesting. We got Amethyst Waystone. That's cool. Why is Amethyst Waystone not... Oh, it is. It's moving. It looked like it wasn't moving. It's moving like a little bit. Very little. Anyway. Barkeep's Friend. 6 power, 4/2, entomb, create, and draw a +1/+1 weapon. Huh. It's a relic weapon. Interesting. Okay. Temple Raider, Charge, Sentinel Ally, Explorers and Sentinels. Interesting as well. So there's a cheap Sentinel, this will be a 4/4. And Copperhall Porter, Entomb, draw Justice Sigil from your deck if this dies. That's not bad. Seems alright. Street Leecher. 4 power, 3/4, Warcry. Ultimate, when you play a weapon on Street Leecher, give an enemy unit and each copy in the enemy hand and deck -1/-1. These are the tips for like the new abilities. Ally. If you have a unit of the name type. Yeah, they happen as soon as you have a unit of the name type. This can be when you play the unit, or later if there's none of the needed type in play. Like other one-shot abilities, Ally resets if the unit dies or is returned to hand and can be used again. This is probably Scout. When a card instructs you to Scout, that means you look at the top card of your deck and may move it to the bottom of your deck. We already had that in Omens of the Past, it just didn't have a name. But now it's called Scout. Nightfall causes night to fall immediately and lasts for a full turn cycle. Through the end of your turn, the enemy player's turn, and your next turn. Yep, that's exactly what I thought it was going to do. Players draw an extra turn and take 1 damage when starting their turn at night. This effect isn't owned by either player, so it's not blocked by Aegis or enhanced by Lifesteal. Some cards specifically say that they are stronger or weaker at night. So the YouTube folks are probably they're probably gonna see this and they'll probably know, but I'm just reading it off for like anyone that's new in the chat, which I don't think there is. But when you play a weapon on Street Leecher, give an enemy unit and each copy in the enemy hand and deck -1/-1. Okay. Alright, some of these we know. Ancient Defenses. When you play a Sentinel, it gets +2 strength. Summon, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Huh. Fishing Dinoc. 5 power, 3/3. It's a 6/6 if you have another dinosaur in play. Backpacker's Machete, you scout. Spirit Blade Stalker. 4 power, 2/4, ultimate, pay 5 to give one of your units +1/+1 in lifesteal. Okay. Most of these seem like draft. Some of these are actually good. Like I like Ancient Defenses. Fight Out Pistol. I forgot that was a rare. Nice. Hissing Spiketail. When you play another dinosaur, you gain 1 health. 4 power, 4/2, Overwhelm. Okay. Sparkhatcher and Toon play a 1/1 Grenin. 2 power, 2/1. Unpredictable Outlaw. When you play a weapon on Unpredictable Outlaw, exhaust an enemy. Okay. Time 1 Sentinel. 6 power, 3/6. Endurance Explorer Ally. Draw a card. Okay. Eventually, we're gonna get through these quicker, because we're probably gonna be pulling the same cards. So Barbarian Camp, your units have +1 attack. Scavenger, we know what that does. Waystone, we know what that does. Horizon Seeker, 2 power 1/1 flying, summon Nightfall. When you play a dinosaur, it gets +1 health. It's kind of weird. Bang Ceresaur. Time, summon Nightfall. When you draw a card, Bang Ceresaur gets +1/+1 this turn. Okay. Sinister Opportunist. 1 power 1/1. Ultimate, pay 3 to give Sinister +3/+3 for an enemy's curse. Prickly Grenadin? This art on Prickly Grenadin. 3 power 1/2. The enemy player discards a card of their choice from their hand. Okay. We know Trailmaker got spoiled like literally 2 hours ago. Trailmaker's a good card. Unseal, we know. Signal Flag, 3 power 1/4. Valkyrie Ally Warcry. Coal Scrounger, 3 power 2/2. Your other Grenadin have +1 attack. Entomb, put a firebomb into the enemy deck. Okay. Gloaming Wisp, 1 power 1/1 flying, summon Nightfall. I guess Nightfall isn't just limited to Primal and Shadow cards. I mean, we got Lunar Mage, that was a time card, but Valkyrie Cadet has flying and double damage while wielding a weapon. Huh. Nocturnal Pyrex, Killer, summon Nightfall, 4 power 2/1. Electropy. The end of curse unit's turn, it deals 1 damage to its owner. Okay. Sleeping Draught. Play a unit from your void that died this turn exhausted. This sounds really good. This sounds like better than Dark Return. Final Shot Rioter, 4 power 2/4. Gets deadly when you have another Gunslinger. Ancient Bauble, you may pay 1 to gain 1 life. Nah. Stampede Driver. Summon. You may discard a card to give one of your other units +1/+1 and Overwhelm. If it's a dinosaur, it gets +2/+2 and Overwhelm instead. 5 power 3/5. Alright, Topple Tower. Not bad. Sleeping Draught sounds really good. There's the Stone Scar Sawed Off that the name got spoiled. We never saw the card though. Summon Exhaust an enemy unit. 4/1 weapon. Okay. Gun Rustler. Gun Rustler steals all weapons from an enemy unit. Okay. Okay. When you gain health, play a 4/4 Restless Radiant. I don't know if Xenon Life Force would want that. Maybe. Probably not. Ironclad Oath, fast spell. Give one of your units +4/+4 this turn. You gain 1 armor for each of your Valkyrie. Reminds me of Victor's Cry a little bit. Tandem Watchwing. Where's the 2-drop Valkyrie? That's what I want. Cuffbrush Cartographer. When you draw a card, it gets +1 strength. Vainglory Patrol. 4 power 3/1 flying. 3/7 Warcry for 6. 3/2 flying if you have another Valkyrie. Nice, Crest of Vengeance. Forgot the crests were rares. These got summoned. These got spoiled like 3 hours ago. Most of these cards, we just haven't seen them. We haven't seen them. Like, Hoof Slash, give a unit +4/+2 this turn. Copperhall Marshal, when you play a weapon on Copperhall Marshal, stun an enemy unit. Failed Reflection. Once per turn, you may sacrifice another unit to give Failed Reflection +4/+4. A Simulacre? Oh, we're going into Magic now? Isn't that like a type of creature in Magic? Interesting. Okay. Sleeping Draught sounds insanely good. Skycrag Huntsman. Pay 4 and exhaust it to deal 1 damage to an enemy if you have a relic. Dark Bolt. Deal 1 damage to an enemy unit. At night, deal 5 instead? Hello? Okay. Ooh, first legendary. Let's go. Scourstone Sentinel. Last Light Infusion. We pulled this, but I didn't read it. This is Nightfall. Give 2 of your units +1/+1. Okay. Into the Furnace. Deal 2 damage to a unit. If you have a Grunt in your void, Into the Furnace deals 4. Wow. Alright, what is it? What is it? Oh. Callous Survivalist. That's not even the name of the card. That's crazy. So, when that got spoiled, that wasn't the name. What the hell was the name on this thing? It was Ruthless Vigilante. That's what it was called. It's not called Ruthless Vigilante. It's called Callous Survivalist. Huh, okay. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that good. Another one? Alright, hold on. Alright, we've seen these. We've seen this. Steady Marshal, 1 power, 1/2. Play a +1/+1 weapon on Steady Marshal. If you have another Gunslinger in play. Fearless Yeti, 3/1 over 1. When Fearless Yeti hits the enemy player, Scout. Ironclad Oath, we've seen. Foraging Sauropod, 10 power, 6/6. Bond. When it attacks, play a 3/3 dinosaur with Overwhelm. And Amaranth Shoveler. Pay 2 Exhaust Amaranth Shoveler to look at the top card of your deck. If it's a Sentinel or Relic, draw it. Otherwise, discard it. Ooh. This is like a Blind Storyteller. In a way. Yeah, she's kind of like Blind Storyteller. Has a very similar effect. Except Storyteller, you literally pay 2 to draw a card and discard a card, no matter what. This one, you look at the top card. If it's a Sentinel or Relic, draw it. Otherwise, you have to discard it. Riddle game. That's not very good either, honestly. So, 2 legendaries early, but neither of them are great. Oni Gunright. When you have a Gunslinger, it gets Warcry. Draw a weapon from your void if it dies. 6 power, 5/3. Okay. Infuse. Roland's Intervention. 1 power, fast spell. You either give an enemy unit -3 attack this turn, or give a unit or weapon in your hand +1/+1, or give one of your Valkyrie Aegis. That's not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Infuse Strike. Give one of your units +3/+1 and lifesteal this turn. Okay. So Shadow basically got Rampage. It's their version of Rampage. Scrap Heap. Your Grenadin have charge. Once per turn, you may pay 5 to play a 1/1 Grenadin. That art's great, by the way. That's cool. I like the art on this, but I'd never play it. Let's see. A couple new cards here too. Like Lucky Prospector, 1 power, 1/1. Endurance, +2/+2 while you have a relic. Okay. Wild Rider, 3 power, 1/4. When Wild Rider hits the enemy player, it gets +1 attack. Showdown. Give one of your units invulnerable to damage this turn. If it's a Gunslinger, it deals double damage this turn. Interesting. Ruin Crawler Yeti. 3 power, 2/2. Kill an enemy attachment when it comes into play. When it hits the enemy player, it gets +1 attack. Frontier Confessor. You may silence another unit when it comes into play. 5 power, 3/4. 5 power, 5/4. Your spells deal +1 damage, your other Yeti have +1 attack. Okay. It doesn't seem terrible. Another failed reflection. Slush Dumper. 4 power, 3/3. Ultimate, pay 4 to give Slush Dumper +1/+1 for each of your Yeti. Each of your Yeti deals 1 damage to the enemy player. Huh. That art's great. Credit and Bellower. Jump kick. Showdown again. Heroic Bravo. 8 power 4/4 over 1 bond. When you bond, he deals 2 damage to an enemy. Okay. Iceberg Front Runner. Tinker Drone Dropper. 4 power 3/4 flying. When Tinker Drone Dropper hits the enemy player, play a 1/1 Grenadin. Oh, so Rakano has some Grenadin tribal synergy too. Okay. All the ones we've seen so far seem like it would be like for Praxis or Stone Scar, but oh, did all the Scions get intervention cards? You gain 3 health, or put one of your Explorers or Sentinels into your hand, or silence an attacking enemy unit. Huh. Okay. Final Shot Rider, and there's a First Shot Rider. Play a +1/+1 weapon on First Shot Rider when you have a Gunslinger in play. Okay. Extinguish Nightfall. Kill a unit with 4 attack or less. Costs 4 though, so. Purge the Darkness. Deal 4 damage to an enemy player. Night ends. Wow. So there is a way to end Nightfall. You don't just have to wait it out. Another legendary. Let's go. I'm pretty sure we've seen all these except Shielded Short Barrel, which Repulsive Gorger. You may sacrifice another enemy unit to give each enemy unit -1/-1. So second unit to get Plague and 7 power 7/4. It's not terrible. Seasoned Spelunker. +1/+1 while you have a relic. Pay 5 to play a Power Stone. That's interesting. Name Taker. Let's go. I like this card. I like Name Taker a lot. People don't have high hopes for it, but I mean, we'll see. It won't go into Armory. I know that. Armory's not going to play that card, but other shadow-based control decks might that are not named Feln. This is so funny to me, Prickling Grenadin. Anyway. Power Pet Sentry, 5 power 4/3, +1/+1 while you have a relic. Deal 3 damage to the enemy player and 3 damage to an enemy unit with flying. Okay, so it's kind of like a grenade effect attached to a body. Frenzied Omnivore? This art! Jesus! Man! Ugh. Okay, anyway. When an enemy unit dies, it gets +1/+1. You may discard a card to give Frenzied Omnivore Killer. Okay. That's alright. That's not terrible. Crown Watch Legionnaire. Lifesteal Endurance. 3 power 1/3. And we've seen the rest. Yeah, all the Scions got intervention cards. So we've seen Roland's Talir's Islands deal 3 damage to an enemy unit with flying, or negate a 3-cost enemy spell, or your Yeti get +3 health this turn. I think this is the best one so far. Is Islands. Stone Scar Sneak. 1 power 1/1 quick draw. Pay 3 and exhaust it to give another unit +3 strength and quick draw this turn. Okay. So it stays relevant. It's one of those 1-drops that actually stays relevant, can stay relevant throughout the game. It doesn't just like fall off in power the later the game goes. Hoof Slash we've seen. Maimed Watchwing. Maimed Watchwing can't block. 3 power 2/3. Gets flying if a Valkyrie's in play. Hesitate. 1 power, negate an enemy spell and put it into the enemy hand. It's not really negating it, but I could see applications for it. Wisp Light. 0/1 flying. Once per turn you may pay 2 to give it +2 strength. Okay. Emerald Spear. Play a 2/2 soldier. Relic weapon 3/3. Island's Frost Rider. 6 power, 4/4, flying, stun 2 enemy units. Okay. Trigger Man. Quick Draw Bond. When Trigger Man attacks while wielding a weapon, he gets +2 strength this turn. Okay. Improvised Rubbler. 7 power, 5/5 relic weapon. Play 2 1/1 grenade when it comes into play. Interesting. Crest of Wisdom, nice. And we're probably gonna have to craft some crests then, since they're rares. Which I forgot to. I totally missed it when they spoiled it. I was just so excited about the card itself. 6 power, 2/5 ambush. Fate. You see the top card of each deck this turn. Interesting. We haven't gotten a lot of Fate cards so far. Most of the Fate cards are actually an empty throw. I don't even know if there are Fate cards in Omens of the Past. There might be. Probably one I'm not thinking of. Yup. Another Scion Intervention. Varas. Give an enemy unit -1 health, or give one of your units unblockable this turn, or draw an unseen from your void. Okay. Reinvigorate. Ready one of your units and give it endurance. It gets +1/+1 this turn for each of its battle skills. Curfew Enforcement. 2 power spell. Enemy units get -1 strength. For each of your Valkyrie, you may pay 2 and exhaust it to give enemy units an additional -1 strength. Okay. Scrap Hound. They have Grenadin Dogs. 1 power, 1/1, ultimate pay 4, sacrifice another unit to give it plus Scrap Hound +2/+2. Gets +4/+4 if it was a Grenadin. Wow. Okay. Alright, we're moving through these quicker and quicker, because now we've seen some of these cards. 1/1 Scout. Tower Shield. You gain armor equal to the wielder's health. Okay. Twilight Hermit, 2 power, 1/1. When you start your turn at night, transform Twilight Hermit into a 5/3 Twilight Prowler with Reckless. Oh boy. It has to survive though. That's the thing. Milos. I'm definitely gonna brew with this card. I want to play this card, see if it's good. We've seen Spark Hatcher, Savage Skyblood, 0/2 flying. When you play another dinosaur, gets +1 strength. Finback Comanat. You may discard a card to make Nightfall when it comes into play. That seems pretty good. There's only one card we've seen so far that makes permanent Nightfall. Another Hideout Pistol. Okay. Arachnophobia. Nightfall. When the curse unit dies, play a 1/1 spider with Deadly. Wow. Interesting. I'm glad we're getting like cheap curse cards. Moondial. Nightfall. Once per turn you may pay 5 to draw a card. Huh. That seems okay. Alright, we've seen these. Challenged by Law, we've seen that too. So I've gotten 3 legendaries so far. Out of 23 packs. Deepwood Ranger, 5 power, 4/4. Gets +2/+2 when it comes into play for each of your units with 2 or more battle skills. That might be tough to pull off. Sandbinder Sentinel. Play a Sandbind on an enemy unit with flying. The Sandbind, the curse unit can't fly. Okay. It's like Sandstorm Titan on one enemy when you play this. And we've seen everything else. Yeah, we have Rakano Sheriff. 4 power, 3/3. +2/+2 for each of your other units wielding a weapon. Pay 4 to play a +1/+1 weapon on one of your other units. That's good. That's pretty dope. So you can pay 4, and then it'll still buff itself when you put the weapon on something else. Pretty solid card. Surveying Mantisaur, Flying Overwhelm Bond. Lawman's Sidearm. Draw just a sigil from your deck. If played on a Gunslinger, draw 2 instead. Okay. Ground Crew. Pay 1, exhaust Ground Crew. To give one of your Valkyrie +2/+3 this turn. It can't fly this turn. Huh. Bring Coaxer. Doesn't look exciting. Staff of the Archmagister, +1/+1 for each spell in your void. Interesting. Novice Herd Rider, 7 power, 6/8. Fate. The explorer or dinosaur in your hand with the least health gets +1/+1. It's interesting. We've seen everything else, I believe. Alright, legendary number 4. So that's 4 so far. Kappa Conroy. What's going on? How are you doing? I missed what you said earlier, Warwick, was if something was new. It was right when I started opening packs, but I couldn't tell, like... I saw your message, but I didn't know exactly what you were talking about. So, the count is 4 so far, right? Yeah, the count is 4. Not bad, just doing assignments. Oh man, feels super bad. Last stand at the gate, okay. The more I looked at this card, the more I think it's not actually that good for constructed, but I mean, we'll see. Everything else we've seen except Storm Talisman. 2 power relic. You scout when it comes into play. Once per turn, you may pay 8 to deal 2 damage to an enemy. Like, it's a power sink, but it's probably not worth the slot. It's probably worse than Family Charter. You'd rather pay 6 to draw. Alright, 5. This is our 5th one. Every time we pull a legendary, it's just back to back. Like, Cryptic Etchings, I like. I think Cryptic Etchings is actually might be playable. Maybe. Check, yes. Ooh. I need like a couple more of those. Maybe 2 more of those. And I'll be happy. Although it's hard to say if normal decks that like aren't gunslingers want this over like Soulfire Drake. Soulfire Drake's probably still overall a better card, but if someone can build the right gunslinger deck, like Jack's probably really, really strong in that. Alright, so the legendary count has reached 5. We have seen all of these except Bellowing Thunderfoot, I believe. 7 power, 4/5 bond. When you bond it, stun an enemy unit. Dig Site, okay. 3 power relic. When you play a sentinel, your explorers get +1/+1 this turn. When this comes into play, you may put a unit or another relic into its owner's hand. Interesting card. I like the art on it too. Valkyrie Bodyguard. Yep, the last intervention scion. The last intervention card from the 5th scion. He's not actually the 5th scion, but it's the 5th one we've seen. Caleb. So play a 1/1 Grenadin or give one of your units +2/+2 and overwhelm this turn or kill an enemy weapon. It's not terrible. Valkyrie Bodyguard. It's 4 power, 3/4, flying. Can't attack unless you have armor. Insistent Automaton. 4 power, 4/5. Put one of your other units into your hand. Alright, another Lawman sidearm. Looks pretty nice as a premium. That's pretty cool. Alright, that's number 6. What is Meditation Trainer? Your units with 2 or more battle skills have +1/+1. 4 power, 1/5. Okay. Maybe we've seen everything else. Powder Keg Rider. 5 power, 3/4. When one of your other Grenadin dies, it gets +4 strength. Okay. Trusty Revolver. Create and draw +1/+1 weapon. 1/1 weapon. For 1. Azurite Prixis. Someone posted a picture of this. They pulled it. 0 power relic. When one of your units dies, discard the top card of your deck. If Azurite Prixis is on the bottom of your deck at the start of the game, play it. Means to an end? Maybe? Xenon means to an end? Possibly? Alright, so this is number 6. I kinda wish this was a fast spell, but it might be too good if it was. Got the stone, another Stone Scar Sneak, okay. Rooftop Vigilante, 3 power, 2/3. Flying Warcry. Your units wielding weapons are deadly. Oh! Huh. A Gunslinger Valkyrie. Interesting. But she probably ends up going into more Gunslinger decks. Pretty sure we've seen these. Set Valkyrie Arcanist. 5 power, 3/3 flying. Create and draw a 3/3 Gemblade to put on another unit if she dies. Drifting Death. Hello? Look at her mask. 6 power, 3/2 flying lifesteal. Draw a curse from your void if she dies. That can't be worth it for 6. Orc Record Keeper. This is a Combre card? Interesting. 3 power, 4/4. When it dies, give one of your units +1/+1. Dinosaur Stampede. Oh hey, it's Mowgli. Mowgli is back. 8 power spell. Your dinosaurs get +1/+1 this turn for each of your dinosaurs. Oh boy. Like if you play a lot of dinosaurs with Overwhelm, could be a strong finisher. Cost 8 though. 8's for a spell like that is not worth it. Daring Pioneer. Okay. I'm excited about this card. We've seen everything else, it looks like. Yep. Headsman's Axe. 5 power, +1/+1 for each unit in your void. Okay, so it's like the staff, but for units. The staff that's in fire. Valkyrie Justiciar. 3 power, 1/1 flying. Choose a card with cost 4 or more in the enemy hand. They can't play cards with that name while you have this unit. She's a 1/1 though, that's the problem. Like 1/1s are easy enough to deal with in Constructed. And I don't think she provides enough disruption in draft. But she is a flyer, so she's probably like serviceable just because she flies. I don't know though. I'm not a good drafter. Signal Flag. 1/4. If you have a Valkyrie in play, this gets Warcry. Fantastic Revelation. 4 power spell, Nightfall. Play all power cards from your hand depleted. That's pretty sick, actually. That's pretty sick. Humble Instructor. Pay 2 and exhaust Humble Instructor to give one of your units with 2 or more battle skills +1/+1. Power 1/1, okay. Alright, we've seen that. I think everything else we've seen. Yeah. Yeah, pretty strong if your hand's full of power. I mean, I think even if you have 2 or 3 power, that sounds pretty strong. Even if you have 2 power, that's pretty good. And you get Nightfall, so you're drawing a card during Nightfall. Your opponent is too, but this is number 7. Lumen Reclaimer. 4 power, 4/4. When she comes into play, shuffle a void of your choice into its owner's deck. Entomb, put 4 copies of Lumen Reclaimer into your deck. So she just keeps coming back. That's interesting. Like, she dies, but you get 4 more. Okay. We have seen all of these. Another Lawman Sidearm. Jeez. I don't think it's a bad card, I just don't know if I want to be playing this. Extinguish just seems like it costs too much, even if it does make Nightfall. It's like whatever extra power you spent to play Extinguish to kill a cheap unit, it has to equal, like, Nightfall equals that cost. You paid whatever extra for Nightfall. So, like, is Nightfall worth 1 power? Is Nightfall worth 2 power? It can't be worth 2 power. It might not even be worth 1 power. So, hopefully that made sense. It sounded like it didn't as I was saying it, but 2 power, 2/3. Move each Yeti in your deck 1 card closer to the top. That's pretty nice. Like, 2/3 for 2 is pretty solid too. It's not bad. That's solid for Yeti decks. Skywalk Enforcer. 3 power, 1/4 flying. When you play a curse, it gets +2 strength. So I was looking for a 3-drop to play in this Feln Unseen deck that I want to build. Maybe I put that one in, but the list I have doesn't have that many curse cards with the thing. Sure shot. 6 power, 6/5. Has +3/+3 for each weapon she's wielding. Has Overwhelm when she has 18 attack or more. Okay. That's like 2 weapons, basically. That's like two or 3 weapons. That's 2 or 3 weapons. Dangerous Bargain. 7 power. You summon Nightfall. Steal the cursed unit until night ends. You're only gonna have the unit for 2 turns. You have to keep Nightfall up. It's probably not worth it. There's only 1 card we've seen that makes night permanent, so, and there's even a card that makes night ends. Granted, it's not very good. Okay, this, I wanted a 3-drop Unseen that summoned night, and I want it to be in Primal or Justice, but it's in Shadow. That's a Shadow card, so I don't know. I was thinking back to what I said about Bisma. But we got one, but it's in Shadow. Okay. Okay, nice. Yeti Sage. Rampart Protector, 2 power, 1/1. When one of your Valkyrie dies, you play a 2/2 soldier. Huh, okay. I think we've seen Copper Hall Marshal. Stun an enemy unit when you play a weapon on it. Oh, excuse me. Yawning. Daring Pioneer. Savage Skybrood. We've seen Savage Skybrood. We've seen all of these actually. Whirling Duo seems pretty solid. It's definitely a solid draft card. Cover of Darkness. Another failed reflection? Okay. Another sidearm. How about that? Ruby Catalyst. Once per turn, you may pay 2 to exhaust an enemy unit. After the third use, sacrifice Catalyst to play a 5/4 Sentinel. Huh. Okay. Challenged by Law. Another legendary. Nice. Duskwalker, that's new. 4 power, 4/4. You summon Nightfall, +2 maximum power at night. Wow. Okay. So Xenon getting in on the game. Makes sense. That's Shadow. We've seen Time Worn Sentinel, I should say. We've seen all of these. Nice. Temporal Distortion. Oh, it's 8 legendaries. Back to the first rare I pulled, Street Leecher. Yeah, we've seen these. Okay, Stone Scar Sneak. Okay. Nice Moondal. Tumble Bang, 3 power, 3/1. Entomb, you get +3 power this turn. These Grenadins, man. Unseen Commando, 2/3 flying lifesteal for 3. When your units with 2 or more battle skills attack, they get +1/+1 this turn. They really want us to give units multiple battle skills with these unseen, like these payoff cards. Feels kind of weird because not a lot of them had multiple battle skills to begin with in the earlier sets. In Omens, not that I remember anyway. Another Dangerous Bargain. Okay. Another legendary. Yeah, we can dive into it. We've seen these. Crown Watch Trader. 4 power, 5/3. Endurance and Quick Draw. At the start of each turn, swap Crown Watch Trader's strength and health. So it becomes a 3/5 if it sticks, and then it goes back to a 5/3 if it sticks again. You probably wanna play weapons on this, or maybe there's a card called Shard of the Spire. No, that would lower it though. That would lower it, I believe, to a 3/3. I think you have to play this and then Shard of the Spire. Well, no. I completely forget. Your unit's strength becomes equal to their health, but I forgot if it's when you play one or if it's just automatic. Jeez. 10th legendary. We're like 50 packs in. That's really good, actually. It's a really good rate. Recycler, 3 power 2/2. Ultimate, when one of your other units dies, create and draw a +3/+2 fix it with overwhelm. Okay. Nice, Valkyrie Harvester. Nice tricky card. Got a Gear Master. Oh, first watch gives you Nightfall. You gain 8 health. Okay. We've seen everything else though. Yeah, we've seen all of these. Yeti Furflinger. 3 power 3/3. Summon Nightfall. Okay. Pay 6 to transform another unit into a 2/2 flying squirrel. Well, it's not an unseen, but it does summon Nightfall. So that's the 10th legendary. Nice, fantastic revelation. I like this card. I really like this card. Okay, 11. I believe we've seen all these. We have another Crown Watch Trader. Okay. You ballin'. I know, right? What's up, XY? How you doing? Street Leecher. Again. Yeah, we've seen everything else. Okay. Snow Pelting. I don't know about that card. I think you'd only play it in Yetis, but... Ooh. Another one. We are at 12. Count them, 12. Solitude. Forgot that was a legendary. That's the mill decks, the Black Iron Manacles decks. They're gonna want to play this card. Maybe Means to an End as well. Inner Fire. 5 power, play a 5/5 Infernus. For each of your Grenadin, you may pay 2 and exhaust it to play an additional Infernus. Oh. That's an interesting card. That's might be really good in Grenadins, actually. Because you make a lot of tokens with Grenadins, so you're gonna have Grenadins to play more, pay 2 and play more of these. Try to end the game. That's good, XY. That's good. It's good you're doing well. Caltrops. 4 power curse. Cursed unit has -5 strength. Enemy player can't play cards with the name of the cursed unit. That seems pretty strong. For 4. That seems pretty strong. Wow. I want these in premium, like all of them. Twilight Hunt. 1 power spell, Nightfall. Give one of your units killer. If it's a dinosaur, it gets +1/+1. So dinosaurs basically, there's like no need to play Xena Initiation anymore. You just play Twilight Hunt if you're a dinosaur deck. Another Arcano Sheriff, nice. I think it's a solid card, pretty solid card. Dream Snatcher. 2 power, 2/3, lifesteal. When the enemy player discards a non-power card, Dream Snatcher gets +1 strength. Ultimate, you pay 10 to make the enemy player discard the top 15 cards of their deck. We might have a mill. Mill might be real. We're getting a couple of mill cards. It might be a real thing now. Okay, Quartermaster. We've yet to see that card yet. Renan and Belor. You just get +1 strength when it dies. Crest of Impulse, nice. I think the rest we've seen. Yep. Stirring Sand. 5 power spell. Play a Sentinel from your Void for each of your explorers. You may pay 2 and exhaust it to play an additional Sentinel from your Void. That sounds really strong. Like, you get Sandstorm Titan back, among other things. That seems pretty strong. Depends on if you have enough cheap explorers to where you can exhaust them. That'd be for, like, not Xenon. Xenon wouldn't play that, but... Another hideout pistol, okay. Agile Deathjaw. I'm not that excited for this one. Not too excited for that one. Hot Barrel Revolver. 5 power, 3/3 weapon. When it comes into play, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. If played on a Gunslinger, you choose the enemy instead. Okay. Probably won't see play. Probably not. Another Dream Snatcher. Nice. Yeah, Mill might have to see. Mill might have enough tools to pull it off with this expansion. Disassembler. 2 power, 2/2 Grenadin. When one of your Grenadin, including this one, dies, deal 1 damage to the enemy player. Okay. Devastating setback. God, this art, man. It's Roland's Fist, but it reminds me of... It just looks so Overwatch to me. Anyone that plays Overwatch knows what I mean. Moonlit Gargoyle, that's new. 5 power, 5/3. When it comes into play, you summon Nightfall. It has flying while it's nighttime. Okay, Lunar Magus. Finally pulled one of those. Another Stirring Sand. Okay. We have hit the patch where we have not pulled a legendary in a while. But then again, I mean, I've pulled 12. Which is pretty insane. I think that's more than what I pulled when I opened my Omens of the Past packs, honestly. And I'm not even done opening all these yet. Got a Shara. Shara seems okay. We've seen all those. Miner's Musket. Reduce the cost of the top unit or relic of your deck by 2. Okay. Nice, Crest of Cunning. We're gonna actually need those for what we want to build today. Need about 3 more of those. And I want Crest of Fury as well. I want a few of those. I don't need 4 right now, but another Failed Reflection. Jeez. There we go. Another legendary. We've seen every other card. Jotun Birthsong. Okay. Don't plan on playing Yetis, to be honest. They still don't seem that powerful, even with what we've seen so far. Okay, topple tower. Sure. Okay. Redden actually has quite a few cards that seem powerful in their deck. Another Gear Master. Ruby Catalyst. Another Crest of Impulse. I'll take it. I will take it. Another Iceberg Mason. I'll take that too. I don't see how that doesn't get played in Yeti decks. Okay, Aerial Attendant. Okay. We've seen that before. Combustion Cell. Maybe there's hopes for this. In the event, it wasn't very good at all, but like maybe there's still, there might still be like a Grenadin deck that wants to use that. Parapet Sentry, okay. Nice. So we're at 14 now. We're doing good. Minsod the Peerless. 8 power 5/5 bond. Pay 4 to double Minsod's strength and health this turn. It's not a very elegant card. It's just, it is what it is. It's just a potentially really big beater. So you can pay 4 to make this a 10/10 if there's no other weapons on it. Or other buffs. Yeah, it's not very flashy, but it's just kind of there. Not a very interesting card. Might come in fairly cheap though. Like some of the unseen we've looked at have pretty high strength stats, so might not be that hard to bond it out. Nocturnal Observer, 3 power 2/3. Alright, this gets Nightfall. You may exhaust Nocturnal Observer at night to draw a card, then discard a card. Okay. So we're getting 3 drops to summon Nightfall, they're just not unseen ones. The one unseen one that is Shadow, and I wanted one in Primal or Justice. That would have been really nice. Crest of Vengeance. Okay. That gets used in Armory, actually. Pretty sure. Deathjaw, okay. Nice Family Charter. They changed the name from a Royal Charter to Family Charter. I'm less positive on this card now. Another Quartermaster. Okay. I'm less positive on Family Charter than I was before. Crest of Wisdom. I should have done this before, actually. Just to hide all this stuff. That's what I meant to do. Sorry about that, guys. It's just in the way of things. I meant to do that before I even started opening packs. Yeah, it might be decent for draft, yeah. Stampede, okay. Another challenge by law. Okay. Another legendary. Okay. Oh man. Oh, another Prixis. Nice. Hey, Follish, what's going on? Some pretty cool. We got some pretty cool stuff so far. A lot of multiples of the same legendaries. Prixis looks really interesting to me. But there's a couple decks I want to build for today, and then like at some point I just want to really just take a look at my collection off stream and see if there's any ideas that, you know, pop up in my head that I want to build around, and just go with that. But I have a few ideas for today. Although, unfortunately, most of them are already existing decks that I just want to put new cards into and just try them out. I'm trying to be careful, like, cause see, the thing with like tribal cards, it's usually theme style decks don't end up being that powerful. Like, some of the theme cards are still not better than the already established ones. Or like decks built around a specific mechanic, I guess is a better way to put it. Nice Crest of Cunning, we're definitely going to need that. Accelerated Impact. Units get +1/+1 and deal their health and battle damage instead of their strength this turn. Okay, so the health is the strength, not the actual strength. Okay. Interesting. With the discard relic, you can use the spell that plays them from the void for even more ramp. Okay. Bro, what spell is that? I can't remember what it is. Another failed. This is the rare I've gotten the most. This entire opening. I probably have 5 of these now. Oh, that plays the power from the void for even more ramp. Oh, you mean from Omens? Okay. Forgotten Find, I think it's called. Lita, most skilled. 5 power, 4/5. She's a bird, it looks like. Dressed like one anyway. Overwhelm. When if there's an unseen, she gets killer. That's pretty solid, actually. That's not a bad 5-drop. That's not bad. Wow, I haven't seen that card yet at all. Oh my god. Finally pulled Mysterium Orb. I don't really have any ideas of how I want to build like a... I do want to mess with a relic deck, but I just don't know what route I should take with it. So I'm just going to start with a couple decks today. And we can try to fit a draft in. Seen everything else. So yeah, 15 legendaries so far, I've said. Probably gonna be off by 1. Probably like 14 or 16. 15 give or take. Nice, Crest of Fury. Just give me a couple more of those. Actually, I just need 1 more of those for now. That'd be nice. I have a ton of Shiftstone. Street Leecher is probably the second most rare that I've gotten. Next to Failed Reflection. It's like, wow, you guys really want me to build a deck with Failed Reflection in it. Crest of Cunning, I'll take those. Nice Amethyst Waystone. Take those 2. Another Dream Snatcher, okay. I do really like Ancient Defenses though. I do like ancient defenses. I don't know if it's good enough, but Inquisitor's Halberd. We know about that card. It's the first one I've pulled. Almost done, boys. And ladies in the chat, if you are there. Another Lita. Sure. Powder Glider. 1 power, 1/2 Yeti. You stun an enemy unit with flying when it comes into play, and when you play a spell, it gets +1/+1 this turn. Okay. That's interesting. That sounds pretty solid for Yetis. Another hideout pistol. That's also been pretty common today. I was gonna build a Gunslinger deck. I was gonna build Stone Scar Gunslingers. Oh, Corrupt. Nice. That's a cool card. Another Crested Vengeance, sure. Top Barrel Revolver. We've seen that too. Alright, can we pull one more legendary in these last 3 packs, I should say, because this one doesn't have Milos. Okay, we'll take Milos, that's fine. Another Combustion Cell. Okay. Yes, we can. Yes, we can, and yes, we did. Alright. Encroaching Darkness. Nice. So that's the card that gives you permanent Nightfall. Night never ends. As long as they don't remove the Cursed Relic. And then they take night damage instead of you. So you take no night damage, and they take 2 damage every turn. You both still draw cards, but you got so many legendaries. It's 16 out of 125 packs. I'm satisfied. I'm definitely satisfied. Island's Frost Rider to end it. Alright, boys. Well, this will definitely be going up on YouTube. So for all the YouTube folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the pack opening. I know it took a little long because most of the cards were not spoiled. Only about 70 or 80 of them were spoiled, and it's almost a 300 card set. So I'll see you guys later. Just feel free to subscribe so you don't miss future videos, or like this one if you liked it. And I'll catch you guys later.